Hey, I'm a bearded guy with a deep voice, and this is Binging Like Babish. Today we'll be recreating Honeyed Apple from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. We'll start by making our honey glaze. In a saucepan, combine 2 1/4 cup water, 3/4 of a cup of packed brown sugar, and 3 tablespoons of honey. This ended up being way too much water, but we'll come back to that in a bit. Bring it to a boil and remove it from the heat. Now to the apples. Take a few good-sized firm apples, I'm using Jonna Gold, or you can use any other firm pie apple. And we'll get the core out and then peel off a bit of the top.
That's gonna take too long.
Well, how am I supposed to do it?
Like this.
Oh yeah, that's better. Next, we'll fill the apples with raisins and top with a chunk of our goat butter and our honey glaze. Later we realized we were supposed to use golden raisins, not off to a good start. We'll bake the apples at 350 for about an hour or until tender. Try not to overbake these or you'll end up with applesauce. The recipe instructed us to baste the apples a few times, but we're lazy, so we just covered them loosely with foil to retain some moisture. While we wait, we'll make some ice cream to put in the apples. We've got a recipe that I think makes the best homemade ice cream, but we're not going to start here. Actually, we're not going to use the stove at all. Think frozen whipped cream. Yeah, I know you like that. Break out the old stand mixer, and we'll beat up 2 cups of heavy cream, 1 cup of milk, half a vanilla bean, half a teaspoon of salt, and our 2 secret ingredients, a tablespoon of a peaty scotch, and some for the chef, and 2 tablespoons of powdered milk. Yeah, I know it's weird, it works, just trust me on this one. We'll also substitute a half cup of honey instead of sugar to tie in more of that honey flavor. We'll start the mixer before adding our fluffy, amazing ice cream batter, so that it doesn't solidify to the size of the frozen bowl. And then we let it run for about 20 minutes-ish. Keep an eye on it. In the meantime, the apples still have about 45 minutes, so now we wait. While you wait for the apples to cook, realize that your wife didn't look at the reviews for the recipe at all.
It'll be fine.
And that they all say you should have added cinnamon, and used way less water.
It's not perfect, but the ice cream will be good.
After 45 minutes, we checked the apples and they seemed well cooked, but they were still firm enough to offer some resistance when we cut into them. They probably needed the full hour, so don't be impatient here. We also took the remaining syrup and what was left in the pan and reduced it down further before pouring it over the apples, and then finishing with ice cream and honey. And there you have it.
Oh, come on. You have to do a cross-section.
Right, what was I thinking? Here's that melty cross-section. Oh, son of a... God. No, don't... Oh, it's all over. Okay, so it was good, but it could have definitely used the cinnamon and the extra cook time. Also, making the syrup with only about a cup of water would produce more of a glaze than the soup that I ended up with. Strongly recommend the ice cream, though.